Okay guys, today I'm going to be making a video for the SP1s. Today is day one of the preseason for our Brio Bowl this season. It's a very big deal. And really the way the scoring is matched, so the SP1s, this is for all SP1s, so you guys understand, the way the scoring is per hour knocked, the closers have to have a certain amount of closed deals. Based on that number, your team wins or loses. Now the prizes are given by how many people you guys have and how many kilowatts you guys actually site survey in a week. So based on those numbers, you guys are going to get prizes and stuff like that. You guys are going to decide together. Your GMs and SP1 and SP2 coordinators, they're going to be reaching out to you guys to make sure that you guys all get a prize that you want. But the biggest thing you've got to know is be really good about your T-sheets, because every hour that I know we miss T-sheets and stuff like that. For every minute, every hour, every time that you guys have extra on your T-sheets, it ruins your guys' team efficiency. At the same time, for those of you who go out and sell and don't clock in because you want to help the efficiency, that's cheating. Those teams will be disqualified for cheating. So you got to clock in for how many hours you're actually knocking, okay? All right, so just so you understand how you help efficiency is the better you do, the more focused you are when you guys knock, the more efficient you're going to be. I wanted to make this training today so that you guys can understand. We're going to be doing a series of pass-offs where me and Dane are going to be coming to your offices and passing you guys off one by one and making sure that your guys' efficiency levels are really, really, really high. What I wanted to do today was make this video so that you guys understand exactly what I'm going to be passing you guys off on, okay? Today, then there's really 5 to 6 things that I'm going to be really paying really close attention to when it comes to this pass-off. I know you guys have probably seen my other videos, but I want to make another one to be extremely clear on when I come by, whether you're going to pass off with me or whether you're not going to pass off with me, okay? Here we go. I'm going to write up maybe the real points, the core points that I'm going to be looking for. And number 1, your introduction. Now what does a good introduction have? And the introduction is going to be your first 5 lines, or your first couple of lines. Hey, my name's Jared. Hey, my name's Jared. My name is Jared. I work with Brio Energy. I work alongside Rocky Mountain Power on their net metering project. That's really all I'm looking for. I want to make sure though that you look presentable. When you guys show up for your pass-offs or when you show up for these big trainings, I want you to dress the way that you should be dressed. I want you in khaki pants or khaki shorts. That's all I really want you to wear. I want you to have a belt on. I want your shirt tucked in. I want your lanyard coming down your chest and I want it sitting right here. I want your hair done or I want you in a hat. So first, number 1, you've got to look presentable. Hope there's no questions on that. I'm going to go through it one more time. Hat. Or your hair needs to be really done. You need to be wearing a Brio shirt that's tucked in. You need to have a belt. And you need to have either khaki pants or khaki shorts when you're out knocking. Now when it gets into the winter time, we're going to give you guys jackets so you guys can wear that. But guys, being presentable is going to help you go a long way. One extra adder that you could put into look presentable would be wearing a utility vest. If you go down to Home Depot and you get yourself a utility vest, we'll gladly reimburse you for that. Utility vests are important. Some of the other areas that have been really hammered and really gone through, you had to wear a utility vest or you weren't going to have a lot of people stop and talk to you. So utility vests will help because more people, if they see a utility vest, they'll open the door. If they don't see a utility vest, they'll think you're a sales rep. So wearing a utility vest can really help. But again, looking presentable. That's the first thing I'm looking for. You got to look presentable every single day. Okay? Number 2. Standing sideways. Are you standing sideways when you knock the door? Are you taking a few steps back, looking at a binder, or looking at something, looking down, looking in the distance for, looking at something on the distance? Make sure that when you're doing this, when you knock that door, you knock, Now, if you knock, knock, and look at them, less people are going to answer the door. So you're going to knock, knock, you're going to be looking in the distance, you're going to be looking at a binder, you're going to be doing something like that, more people will answer the door. Okay, so stand sideways. Number 3, I want to make sure you're calm. If you go out there like every other new sales rep does and goes, hey, how's it going? My name's Jared. I work with Brio Energy. I work alongside, if you're doing anything to hype you up, be yourself. Be calm. Hey, you guys, I never knock. When I'm knocking doors, I never knock like I'm like going out of, like it's going crazy. It's just knock, knock, stand back, look good. Hey, how's it going? My name's Jared. I work for Brio Energy, and we work alongside Rocky Mountain Power on their net metering project. Have you guys heard of that before? Maybe that's the question I ask, or maybe I move past that. But that's up to you. Introduction. Stay calm. Also, I want your tones. Sorry, I know that doesn't look like tones, but your tones need to be calm. A lot of new reps, I'll see them come in and they'll kind of add an upswing to everything they do. Hey, my name's Jared. I work with Brio Energy on their net metering project. We're blah 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 blah. It's just, you're not going to sell anything doing that. Keep that tone coming down at the end of your talk. Hey, and I work alongside Rocky Mountain Power on their net metering project. I want to make sure that comes down at the end of all of my deals. If I don't, you just sound like you don't know these people, and you sound like a salesperson. So remember to drop your tones at the end. So every single one of you guys, when you come through, we're going to be checking your introduction. I want to make sure it's good. And if you guys want to use different words than what we're using, that's totally fine. Than the script you've been given. But you can still pass it off with me. You can still go through. I'll tell you whether it's good or whether it's bad. But that's the first part, is introduction. Look presentable. Get a utility vest if you can. Stand sideways. Be calm. And use good tones. So that's the introduction part of our sales presentation. The next part I want to talk about is your sales points. Guys, this is super, super important to me. If you guys can't do this part right here, I will not pass you off no matter what. You have to be able to do sales points correctly. Number 1, you got to know 3 to 5 sales points. So we're going to go through those here. 3 to 5 sales points, but you have to know how to present a sales point. If you don't know how to present a sales point, you're not going to make money in sales. So we're going to go through that, and let's actually talk about that first. I'm going to write it up for you here. There's a certain cycle to a sales point. If you don't use this sales cycle, then you're not creating enough pain to actually cause somebody to do something. Okay? So one of the biggest things you want to do is know these steps. Number 1, every sales point needs to start with a question that leads to a yes or no question. Now, a lot of people will tell you that doesn't work. I'm going to tell you, when you start a question, if you're doing this question correctly, you're going to get a yes every single time. And what it does is it's going to cause you to get a lot of sales. So what's a good question? How do you start? Let's take the sales point, for instance. Let's work through this one on summer rates. That's what I'm going to work on, summer rates. Everything I go through, I'm going to work on summer rates. So I need a question that, number 1, let's start here, a question that's going to get a yes or a no, but a question that starts with the people around them. The people around them experience. Okay? So basically, what would that question look like? If I'm starting with people around their experience, that's difficult to read and know what I'm talking about, so I'll just give you an example. Hey, we've noticed a lot of people in your area, a lot of your people in your area right now are really interested in solar. And one of the biggest reasons they're interested in solar right now is a lot of them have seen that during the summertime, their bills are much more expensive than they are during the rest of the year. And the reason that is because not only does Rocky Mountain Power not only are you guys using more power, but Rocky Mountain Power jacks your rates during the summer. So a lot of people have seen their rates really go high and be a lot higher during the summer. Have you guys noticed that too? Okay? So hey, the people around you, their summer bills are a lot higher due to Rocky Mountain Power raising the rates. And a lot of people have noticed that. Have you guys noticed that too? As long as I start with the people around them, hey, a lot of people around you are noticing this. Are you noticing that too? Most of the time they'll say yes. I would say about 90% of the time they should say yes. If you're asking, if you just simply say, hey, have you noticed your summer rates are higher? They will tell you no. Because they don't want to look like idiots. Nobody wants to look like an idiot. The only way someone's going to give up some information that's good to you is if you're getting it the correct way. If I just simply say, hey, rates are raising. Have you guys noticed? Man, I think I've noticed a little bit. I don't know. Right? But hey, everyone in the area is just telling me over the past 5-10 years their rates are just getting higher and higher and higher and higher. That's what everybody's noticing around you. Are you guys noticing the exact same thing? With my head nod, right? Are you guys noticing that same thing right now? They're going to go, yep, we noticed it. It's the worst. We hate Rocky Mountain Power, right? That's the type of emotion that I need to get a sale. So I can't just simply say, hey, did you guys notice the rates are raising? They're going to go, no, we're not idiots. That's what they're going to say to you, okay? So the question needs to be based on what the people around them are experiencing, and are they experiencing the same thing? Hey, a lot of people really notice that they really hate the smog. They really hate all the smog during the winter and the inversion and all that. A lot of people really hate that. That's why a lot of people are interested in solar. Have you guys noticed the same thing? Oh, yeah, we have. We hate the smog. Hey, a lot of people have noticed, I mean, that one probably anybody has to be stupid because you can actually see it. So everybody will probably say yes. But you should still always preface the question with, this is what everybody else is noticing. Are you noticing the same thing? Hey, a lot of people in the area have really been reaching out to us for solar or presentations on solar because they really want to find ways to be more self-reliant. And solar is a really great way to be self-reliant. Have you guys ever thought about being self-reliant? Yeah, well, actually, we have thought about being self-reliant. Okay, great, whatever, we'll move forward. I'll go through the steps. Hey, do you guys want to be more self-reliant? Nah, we don't really think about it that much. Like, it has to be prefaced by, that's the question, has to be prefaced by what they're doing. So number two, the question. Number two, customer has to give you an audible yes. Don't let them just shake their head. Don't let them stand there like goons. I don't care how awkward it gets. I can't tell you how many times I've been through this where I'm like, hey, a lot of people have noticed their rates really going up the last 5-10 years. Have you guys noticed the exact same thing? And they just stand there. Right? I'm like, have you guys noticed the same thing? They're like, wait for them to say yes. It's worth it. They don't say yes, you probably don't set a lead, okay? They've got to say yes, whatever it is. Be patient. Wait, make it awkward. Like, keep just shaking your head like, I'm looking for an answer here, right? Make sure they say yes. It's one of the most important parts. Okay, number three, we're going to use the bandwagon effect. Bandwagon followed by the solution of that bandwagon. And the bandwagon is the people. Okay? The solution of that bandwagon. Again, we're still in sales points. So they go, oh yeah, we have noticed the rates going up. Okay, awesome. That's one of the biggest reasons right now why a lot of people in your area are going solar, is because right now, with solar, your rates don't increase anymore. They become a flat rate so that you don't have to deal with those rates raising and raising and raising. It just puts them in at a flat rate. Okay, so that's the solution. So a lot of other people are interested in solar right now. The reason they're interested is because this solution for that bandwagon, in this case, rates are set. And lastly, we're going to finish this sales point with a pain reliever. With a pain relieving last sentence. Once you say this sentence, do not talk about this sales point anymore. End it. Okay? So that would go, yeah, so a lot of people have been interested in solar because with solar your rates don't increase anymore. They become a flat rate that can't raise on you anymore, which is awesome. So with that, with solar, you just as much as them, you guys wouldn't have to deal with that anymore. End. Done. Don't say anything else about it. Even if they want to. Even if they're like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Move on to your next point. Once you've said your pain relieving sentence, which is you don't have to deal with that anymore, They don't have to deal with that anymore. We don't have to deal with that anymore. And it should always be that sentence. So you wouldn't have to deal with that anymore. Right? That is going to be a point where you're going to see people's brains change. And once you say it, you're going to move on. Okay, so let me do a couple other examples. I might just do, we did summer rates here, but let's do rates in general. Hey, how's it going? Good, whatever. So I get through my introduction. I say, perfect. Let me tell you exactly why they have us out here today. A lot of people are, and that needs to be in your initial. Perfect. So I'm going to say, hey, I work for Brio Energy. We work alongside Rocky Mountain Power on their net metering project. Let me tell you exactly why they have us out here today. We have a lot of people, so once I've done perfect, let me tell you why they have us out here today. That can transition to any sales point that I want it to transition to. Hey, I work alongside Rocky Mountain Power on their net metering project. Let me tell you exactly why they have us out here today. We've had a lot of people in the area who are experiencing one of two things. One, we have people who their bills have just been going up and up and up and up. A lot of people have noticed that. Or we have a lot of people who actually are using less power than they used to, but their bill didn't go down. It's just constantly staying about the same. Which one applies more to you guys? Which ones have you guys noticed? Is your rates raising, or are you guys using a lot less power, but your bill is staying about the same? Which have you guys noticed? They're going to go, oh, you know what? We notice our bill goes up. It seems like all the time. I feel like when I first moved into the house, it was blah, 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 and now it's this. Perfect. Yep, that's exactly why they have us out here today. Perfect. That's exactly why they have us out here today. A lot of people have noticed the same thing. So a lot of people in your area right now are going solar, and they're going solar, and with that, the solution, right? The solution. So with that, a lot of people are noticing that with solar, you're not going to have to deal with the raising rates anymore. Or if you guys use less power, you guys are the ones that actually get the savings, not Rocky Mountain Power. So a lot of people are doing solar right now. So with solar, you guys wouldn't have to deal with that anymore. Done. Another reason we're out here today is a lot of people have noticed that during the summer months, their bills are a lot higher than the winter months. And a lot of people think that that's just because we're using more power, but it's actually not. It's because Rocky Mountain Power raises the rates during the summertime. So a lot of people are noticing that around here. Have you guys noticed that same thing as well? Oh, you have? Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of people right now are looking into solar, because with solar, you don't have summer rates anymore. Actually, during the summer, that's when solar produces its best. So in a lot of cases, you're not going to have to deal with summer rates raising on you anymore, which is super awesome. Also, another big reason we're out here today is a lot of people, and I'm just throwing one out there right now, but another reason we're out here is we've noticed a lot of people, you can just leave that there. We've just noticed a lot of people don't want to deal with, a lot of people want to be more self-reliant. And solar, people have found that solar is a really good way to be more self-reliant. And so let me ask you, have you ever thought of ways to be more self-reliant? Okay, yeah, that's awesome. So is everybody else. So that worry of being self-reliant as far as your power goes, that's why a lot of people are going solar right now. So with that, you guys wouldn't have to deal with that anymore, which is awesome. So you should just hit sales point after sales point after sales point after sales point right there in your sales points. The perfect transition from your intro to your sales points is perfect. Let me tell you why they have us out here today. Let me tell you exactly why they have us out here today. One other thing I will not pass you off on when we're doing these pass-offs, notice I never say I and I never say we. Well, what we could do for you is this. What we could do for you is that. Or what I could do for you is this. What I can do for you is that. If you got savior complex, you're not going to make any sales. So do not use the words I or we. I will catch it every single time. It costs you sales. I promise. It's all about they. Let me tell you what the neighbors are doing. Let me tell you what they think. Let me tell you what they're doing. It doesn't matter about me. I'm just a messenger. I don't need to put myself in between. I can do this for you. We can do this for you. It's not about Brio Energy helping them. It's about what their neighbors are doing and have decided, and we're trying to fulfill that. And I don't even say we. Just that's what's happening out there. This is what people are doing. You can do that with me in a way, but I never even say that. So get rid of the I's and the we's in your presentation. Okay? I want to make sure my mic is working. Hey, yep. Yep, mic is still working. Okay, all right, these are your sales points. So we've got your introduction, then we've got your sales points. After we've gone through sales points, we're going to go through promo. We have promo or recap first? Promo. Okay, we're going through a promo. Starting today, guys, any lead that is set in the next 48 hours, or if your route is out a little bit, if it's set in the next 48 hours, well, first of all, we're going to start charging $50 for a proposal. Guys, our proposals are not like everybody else's proposals. Our proposals are done by people that care a lot, 100%, take care of every detail. There's a lot of places out there where you can get a proposal and they're telling you that the proposal is awesome and blah, blah, blah. These are people who don't care. They're not engineers. They're not people who've built thousands of proposals and know how to do it correctly. These are usually people like in India or something like that, like sitting down for a few minutes and making a proposal. Our proposals are extremely direct. They're well made. They're well thought out, right? So we're going to start charging $50 for our proposals unless you schedule them in the next 48-ish hours. Now, if your route is booked out, that's fine with me. I don't care if you have to set it within those times, right? If we don't have enough closers in your area, but if you do have closers, those need to get set in the next 48 hours. Now, if you can't get it in 48 hours, you can text or call. You can text or call your manager for manager approval to not charge them the $50. But you have to have that permission if it's not going to be in the next 48 hours. Okay? You need to be setting those in the next 48 hours in order for us to do this for free. And the big reason for that, guys, is whenever you're setting them in the same time slot, we're already there anyways. Right? We're already there anyways, so it doesn't cost us any more money to send the closer out to that. Okay? If you set it out by itself, then we do have a little bit of extra charge for that. So I always want your lead set in the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay? Now, we're going to use this not only as a smart business thing, but we're going to use this as our promo, okay? So after we've gone through 3 or 4 of our sales points, we're going to say, hey, perfect. And here's the best part. We have a really awesome promotion going on right now. With our promotion, so usually it costs us money to send people out to give these proposals. But because so many people in your area are getting proposals right now from us, they're letting us waive the fee to get a proposal. And our proposals are awesome. They're going to show you, and you should have a picture of it, but hey, this is going to show you exactly what solar is, where it would go on your roof, how much money it would save you, how much it would produce, how much your remaining bill will be with Rocking Power. It'll show you every little thing that you would want to know about solar. So while we have everybody out here doing it at the same time, they're letting us do that for free. It won't cost you a dime to get that all set up. Okay? So that's the promo. Promo is fairly simple. It's there to create a little bit of urgency. It's there to create a reason for them to do this now, as opposed to, I'm busy over the next couple of days, I don't really need to do anything. This is going to encourage them to do this right now. Now, I might also bring up the other thing, the 18 months interest only. But really, I wouldn't call it interest only. I'd call it a reduced payment. I'd bring up the reduced payment here. And I'd also bring up the government pays for 30%. Utah pays for $2,000 of it. Okay? So these are my promo items, okay? So first, hey, here's one of the biggest things, the proposals. We have a team that's dedicated. They're engineers. They're great guys. They do hundreds of these proposals and they do them right. They really care. The thing is because our guys are already out here, they're letting us waive the cost of getting a proposal built right now. So it's not going to cost you anything to have somebody come by and show you exactly what this would look like. Number 2, Number two, next thing is, hey, and right now, people that are getting solar are getting a super good deal where for not only are they getting solar, but for 18 months, they have reduced payments. So not only are they going to save money going solar, they're going to save even more money going solar for the people who are getting set up for solar right now. The other thing that's super awesome about this is the government is paying for 30% of the total cost of the systems right now. So no matter what the cost is, the government is paying for 30% of the cost of systems. That's why it's a really good time to have the proposal come and given to you right now. The other thing that's super awesome is not only is the government paying for 30%, but the Utah government is paying for an additional $2,000 of your system. So there's a lot of people that are getting almost 40% of the whole system paid for by the government. So if there's a time to get solar, now is a super great time to get that done, especially with the 18 months of reduced payment. So I haven't seen it be this good. This is a great deal for what it is right now. It's definitely the time to have our guys come by and look at it. So promo, and we're going to move into a recap. You're going to feel like you should close right there. You shouldn't. You should recap. And what you want to recap is your sales points and your promo. And I might say something like this. So just to recap for you, the reason a lot of people are going solar right now is because you save money on your bill because the rates stop going up and you get a set rate. You don't have to deal with summer rates anymore, and you can be much more self-reliant. So those are, and there's other sales points, but those are the three I'm using for this presentation. So those are the real three big reasons why people are going solar. But also the reason people are really looking at solar right now is because one, doesn't cost you anything to take a look at it. It's completely free because we can get you set up, and because we'll get you set up. It's going to be free. It's not going to cost you a dime to have them come and show you exactly what it would look like. Also, the government is paying for 30%. Utah's paying for $2,000 of it. And yep, that's it. I wouldn't do that in a presentation. But yeah, so I would say, hey, myself, so it doesn't cost you anything. Government is paying for 30%. And you know what, I would throw in, and there's no upfront cost. Right? Because of all the things that are going on, there's no upfront cost. I would throw that in my promo. So right now, you get 30. So the government's paying for 30%. Utah's paying for $2,000 of the total system, and there's no upfront cost because of all the cool deals they got going on right now with solar. There's no cost out of pocket to get this thing set up. So again, in your guys' case, I think it'd help you guys out a ton. And I'm going to move into my close. And I'm going to close on the next 48 hours. Okay? So that kind of recaps it for you. But here, so the thing is, the solar consultants are going to be out here the next couple days, just showing people what solar would do for their house. They're going to be out here, today's Monday, they're going to be out here Tuesday and Wednesday all day showing people those proposals. If you guys were to have us come out and show you what it would look like, which day would be better for you? Would it be Tuesday or Wednesday? Okay, Tuesday is great, whatever. There's your close. I'm not going to get into your paperwork today, guys, because I feel like you guys should all know how to do that. I will be passing you off on that. When we come and do these trainings, we will be passing you off on the paperwork as well. But again, let's go through these points real quick so that you understand what me and Dane are going to be passing you off on. I'll recap and close you guys. Okay. All right, number one, introduction. Look presentable. Get yourself a utility vest if possible. Stand sideways. Be calm and have good tones. Those are what we're going to be passing you off when it comes to your introduction. And really the calmness and the tones, that needs to stay throughout your whole presentation. Number two, your sales points. What's your line that's going to get you into your sales points? Mine is perfect. Let me tell you exactly why they have us out here today. That's my line. You can have whatever you want. It needs to be fluid though, okay? Sales points. There needs to be a question. They need to say yes or no. That question needs to start with what the people around them are experiencing and wondering if they're experiencing the same thing. They need to have an audible yes. If it's not an audible yes, it ain't working, okay? Next, we're going to bandwagon them with everybody else. Perfect. Everybody else has had the same concern. That's why they're blah, 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 whatever it is. Bandwagon. The solution. Why is solar better for them? And then we're going to relieve their pain by saying, perfect, so you guys wouldn't have to deal with that anymore. Okay? Lastly, as we get through our 3 to 5 sales points, we're going to do our promo, which is $50. The proposal is $50, but it doesn't cost you anything today. By the way, guys, if you guys collect, you guys can collect 25, you can collect 50. If you collect that, you keep 90% of it. We've got, you know, fees in charge cards and stuff like that. But anyways, if you guys want to charge that and you can get it, you can keep it. Okay? What's important to me, though, is that it doesn't affect your numbers. We're going to try this out. If it affects your numbers, then we'll take it away. But if you can sell the same amount and collect, then that's up to you, okay? Also, you can text or call your manager if you want to get it waived after the 48-hour period. So that's part of the promo is we're waiving the $50. Then 18-month 18-month reduced payments. The government pays for 30%. Yeah, that was the other one that I missed. 18-month reduced payments. Government pays for 30%. Utah pays for $2,000, and there's no out-of-pocket cost. Save these things for your end, okay? Save these things till your promo. Okay, next, you're going to go through a recap, which recaps your sales points and your 4 promo points. Okay, your 4 promo points. You're going to close for the next 48 hours, an option close. Does this day work better or does this day work better? That's what I'm looking for when I pass you off. And then I want to hear how you do your paperwork. Okay, here's what we're going to be, me and Dane. Dane's here sitting right across from me right now. We're going to be coming through each office, and this is what we want to be passing you guys off this week. If you don't have something like this memorized, write it out, get it memorized. You will make more sales, okay? And not only that, you'll make sales, and your sit-down ratio is going to go up. That's really what this is about, guys. You guys are setting a good amount of leads. I'm proud of the amount of leads you guys are setting. The problem is nothing sitting down. Well, not nothing, but like 50% of stuff is sitting down. The difference between 50% sitting down and 80% sitting down is the space in which you guys are going to start making a crap ton of money. And that's what we want. We want to help you guys make a crap ton of money. Okay, that's all I really have for this training. Guys, it's that important that we get this handled. If you have questions, text me on Slack, text me personally, email me. My email is fager.jared@gmail.com. I want to help you guys get this done. Write it out. When I first got into sales, that was the first thing I did. I sat down and I wrote out my entire pitch until I felt extremely comfortable that I knew I was going to be the best rep in the company, right? Had I not done that, I wouldn't have been. I'd have been out there just making stuff up all day long, okay? Become good salespeople. Work on these points. Text, call, or Slack me if you have any questions. Bye.